Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm here with Tommy Nocera.
Hello again.
Good friend. Just a friendly reminder, by the way, you guys can follow us on social media. We are at UFR Vodcast with a V. We can be found on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, pretty much everywhere. Podcast comes out every Thursday, wherever you get your podcasts except Spotify, because we're not that cool yet, but we're working on it. Should be coming soon, actually. So I feel really indebted to Tommy this year. So Tommy and I have only known each other for what, 3 months?
Yep.
Something like that. And I met him and convinced him that I was a wizard at fantasy football. We all know now that might not be as true as I thought.
Not making the playoffs.
It's honestly because I don't get it. Like, I'm usually so good. I don't know what happened.
It wasn't all your fault. It was some of your fault, for sure.
I did counsel Tommy in a few particular ways, and I want to know how you're doing as a result.
Not good. Definitely the worst I've ever done in my fantasy career.
God.
What am I? 5-6 right now. I'm 1 seat behind a playoff spot, and I need a lot of people to do pretty shitty to get that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in contention for a wild card or for your division?
No, for a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Who's on your team right now?
So, I just traded for Tom Brady last week.
Who did you trade?
I traded Marvin Jones.
Okay.
Okay. Before him, who did I have? I had Goff, who I fucking dropped because he...
The worst.
Terrible.
Yep.
So I had him. I picked up Nick Foles when I heard he was coming off, when he was coming back. I haven't played him yet. Should have played him last week. Tom Brady sucked. I have James White, Devontae Freeman, injured, Nick Chubb, Julio, my first pick, Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson. Who else do I have? I picked up Drake when he got traded.
Yeah, a good move.
Yeah, and Stephon Diggs, and then I picked up Sanu when he got traded as well.
Okay. That's not a bad team.
No, you know what my team put up last week, though?
What?
66 points.
Are you PPR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
66 points.
Oh my God. I did, so I counseled you in favor of TJ Hawkinson, who hasn't done shit.
I dropped his ass.
Yeah.
I have Wooden.
That's good. That's good. I think, I don't know, it's so difficult. It's been a really rough season.
Football. It's weird football this season.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's harder than ever to predict, and I don't know. I found myself in a head-to-head this week. Did I tell you about this?
No.
Okay, so I was up. It was a division rival. This girl who. So this is for one of my 6 leagues. This is my college league. So a bunch of kids I went to college with, undergrad, and this girl. I actually before this week I had a 3-0 record when playing against her. Was hoping to keep it that way, but I was in last place in the league. It's really been a terrible year. My record, I think, before this week was 1-9. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, it was
1-10 now.
It was not good, and so this week also was really difficult because there were a million good players and good teams on bye.
Yeah.
So my quarterback was Russell Wilson. Didn't play this week.
Oh, you have Russell Wilson? He's just wasting away on your team.
No,
losing?
don't relax, please. Well, I had to pick up somebody, so I picked up Kyle Allen from Carolina. Nope. 5.7 points.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Terrible. So I'm sitting here and it's like 3:45 on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I need to make a decision. I don't have any Monday players, and I need to make a decision on whether to play James White or Kenyon Drake.
What'd you do?
So my heart was saying Kenyon Drake.
My heart said that too. I played him.
Good.
I played him.
Good. It was
because Johnson looked like shit last week, and he destroyed the Niners the last time he played them.
Right.
Like, oh, that's it.
It's like 3:59, and I'm sitting there, and I've got White in the lineup, but I'm sitting there staring at the thing.
I literally had this same exact fucking decision.
Right. Fucking panic attack. I'm like, what do I do? I was texting everyone. I'm like, what do I do? I've got half the people saying James White. It's the logical choice. It's the safe choice.
Yeah.
The other half are like, go with your gut, Kenyon Drake. So I'm about to play Drake, and then suddenly the cutoff happens. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, what is it? Well, it's like a little bit before, right?
Right. So it like literally 10 seconds too late. So I'm like, all right, like Godspeed, here we go. Like Hail Mary full of grace. I start lighting candles and like praying to summon the spirits.
Yeah.
And the entire game I'm watching because Kyler Murray was at San Francisco, and I could have played Drake on the Cardinals or whatever. Yeah. Kyler Murray, meanwhile, is putting up mad points, and he's on the girl I'm playing's team.
Oh, jeez.
So I played Christian Kirk too.
Yeah.
And so there came a point where Christian Kirk wasn't putting up a whole lot of points, but Kyler Murray was putting up points. And I'm like, honestly, at this point, I need to cut my losses on Christian Kirk and just hope Kyler Murray doesn't do shit and that James White gets something. Up until literally the last minute of the Patriots game, I was worried. The final score of this matchup, the girl I was playing had 84.2. I had 84.6.
Yes.
I won by 0.4 points,
yes,
which kept me in the running for a wild card slot.
Oh my god.
I have to win both of my next games, of course, which is probably not going to happen.
You never know.
I don't know.
It has been a wild... this season, where I messed up and I'll never do it again, every season prior, I would always go, like, running back heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
This season, I was like, let me go receiver heavy. And it just didn't work out.
No.
Because now I have no running backs. It's hard to pick up... Right now, the running back game is weird. Not in football, but in, like, fantasy football. Like, you got Nick Chubb crushing it and giving you 8 points a week. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's happening across the board, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. So you like to go running back heavy. What about, in your draft, do you have any other, like, particular strategies?
No, I mean... No, like Galladay was a gut pickup this year, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I just go with my gut sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good pick, though.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was a good pick.
I know I had to talk you into this, but, like, my rule is always, like, I never draft a quarterback before, like, the 7th or 8th round.
Yeah, which is, like, a rule for a lot of people, and I get it.
Because quarterbacks usually put up points.
Yeah, because the point difference between a quarterback and the point difference between an iffy quarterback and a good quarterback, and the point difference between an iffy running back and a good running back is drastically different, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's hard, though, because also these platforms give us these projections, and they're very, very disillusioning. Like...
Yeah, and a lot of times they're not right, I feel like.
Yeah. No, they're like almost... I've made decisions before based on, like I'll get a notification that's like, boom or bust. What's James White going to do this week? What's James Conner going to do this week? Whatever. And they're like, and someone will be like, oh, they're not going to do anything. And suddenly they're like the highest scoring player.
You can't predict that. You could predict general trends. You can't predict, like Julio Jones is going to give you X amount of points most games, every game.
Right.
But, like, the in-betweens you can't predict, you know what I mean?
And it's also hard, like, you want to say, like, I still have Hawkinson on my team.
Yeah.
And
when are you going to play him? On what circumstance would you ever play him?
But he hasn't had a week in a while. He's kind of due for a week. So I know that if...
What week is it going to be?
Well, when Ertz was out, when Kelsey was out, whatever, throw Hawkinson in there. I mean, he's not doing a whole hell of a lot, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's so subjective. It's so hard to pick. I don't know. My tip this week is essentially just to stop staring at your scores. Stop staring at the projections. They're ridiculous about 90% of the time.
They really are.
And obviously just go with your gut, because
Yeah.
if I had
matchups even, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's like a smart way to do it.
And like if I had played Drake this week, if I had gone with my gut, I probably wouldn't have been sitting there like on the edge of my seat, because he actually did outscore White.
Yeah.
Not by a whole lot.
But like 6 points, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't super substantial, but I mean, it was a really hard week.
I got whooped this week.
I'm really quite nervous about what's to happen. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing whoever in, and hopefully I make the playoffs.
That's
I have no chance of winning. The only way I can win a championship at this point is if the top 3 teams fucking had like 7 injuries next week, and all of a sudden my team looks good. You know.
Well, it's also funny too, like. I don't know. After I realized that this was not going to be a winning season for me, I kind of started like getting weird with it.
Yeah.
Like dropping good players, trading away good players for like kind of shit, just for the sake of experimenting.
Yeah.
It was like a science project or something.
Oh, good. You need that. Yeah, I learned some stuff this year. I'm not gonna lie, and I've been playing for a while. And like, I learned like this is my first real losing season. I've always made the playoffs, and now I'm not. And like, I'm learning things. I definitely learned things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too hard to call.
Yeah.
Everything's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, hey kids, we don't want to take up too much of your time. But thanks so much for listening. Remember to give us a follow at UFR Vodcast. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Podcast comes out every Thursday wherever you can get podcasts. Tommy, do you have anything you want to plug?
No, just myself. If
Hire
anybody, if anybody's hiring at major news organizations, you could reach out to me.
Tommy's a really fucking good reporter, guys. No, I'm serious. It's been fun and you know, it's going to be a good rest of the year. I'm getting very anxious about kind of just where the season is going, and a lot of these divisions are still very up in the air.
Some weird football this year.
Guys, I don't know what to do.
You know how many people probably are bankrupt from the season of football from betting?
Okay, don't even get me started. I will say though, I did make $40 this week on the Gronk announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet a guy who I was interviewing for a piece, an audio piece that I'm working on. He was a manager of a bar, and he was convinced that Gronk was going to announce he was coming back or whatever. And I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, he's going to announce he's hosting something.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like America's Got Talent.
He's
turned out to be a party.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. And it turned out to be a party.
It's going to be like the Fire Festival. Watch.
Hashtag Gronk Watch 2K19. Or I guess 2K20. It will be when this party is.
Is it a New Year's party?
No, it's happening in Miami over Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I saying?
Have you been to the Super Bowl before?
No. Why, have you?
No.
Oh.
But I think about, like, if I want to go, I was talking to someone else this week, and I was like, I actually, and this person was a Patriots fan, and I was like, I have thought about, like, where it would be fun to go to the Super Bowl. I feel like Miami would be fun because there's other stuff to do. I feel like Vegas is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And
anywhere nice and warm.
Right, but where there's other things to do.
Yeah, there's like
I don't want to go to Minneapolis or like
Green Bay.
Yeah, like I'm
kill
not.
Myself.
Ugh, but this person I was talking to was like, oh, I only want to go if my Patriots are going, and I almost would rather go if I. Obviously, you pick a rooting interest ultimately, but like I would rather go if the Giants weren't playing.
Yeah, because you could enjoy yourself.
Exactly. There's no way you can be disappointed.
I definitely feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting year, but thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your week. I'm Kata.
I'm Tommy.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Goodbye.
Cheers.